LocKhart, and I'm not going to continue the history, Laura, but I'm going to reflect some on Councill. A few days ago, I was looking at some photographs online done by J.J. McCrimmon for a piece he had called Abandoned Places. And there are these very moving photographs taken inside of Councill High School showing the current deterioration of the building. And I had not been there since it progressed to the point that it's gotten. And I was grieved by it. And so I asked myself, why would we want to save this building? Well, I think tonight you'll hear some reasons why. It was such a great source of pride in the city of Huntsville. William Hooper Councill High School was the center of the black community, not only for school, but for community activities. Patricia Flowers and I were talking the other day, and I mentioned that I saw the gospel greats in the auditorium of Councill High School. The Staples singers, the Five Blind Boys of Alabama and of Mississippi, the auditorium would be packed. Yeah, the Siamese twins, yeah. It would be packed with people from the community. Councill, it was the center of life even in football, and Patricia will talk more about that, but I have to mention that people in the community supported the high school team. You think there is support now for high schools? You should have seen the people who came out to support athletics at Councill High. What it really meant for me is it was another stage in my educational process where I had excellent teachers who pushed me, teachers who told me that I could be whoever I wanted it to be, that I could excel, that I could not be held back. And when I go by the building, even now, there is something that rises up inside of me when I get anywhere close to Councill, because it was there that perhaps my zest for learning was ignited to even a greater degree. Great teachers like Dorothy Turner and Helen Fearn and Susie Gandy, and people who just pushed you, who said, you can do it, you must do it. And so I have very fond memories of Councill, and when I look at the building now and ask myself, why should we save it? I can answer by saying there needs to be something here in Huntsville outside of the historical marker that sits there on St. Clair. There needs to be something else that says countless black girls and boys came through these doors, and their lives were enriched, they were inspired, and they were moved to go and to do things that perhaps were unheard of. So Councill has a special place in my heart. Many of my favorite teachers are from my high school. I went to several different schools. As a matter of fact, I went to Winston Street, and I went to Councill training 1 year in the 4th grade, because where I lived was in the county, and when they caught up with me going to the city schools, I had to go to the county school. And then they annexed our area in, and I went back to Winston Street, and from there to Calvary Hill, and from there to Councill High. So I've seen several schools in the city of Huntsville, and Councill has a special place. It has the most special place of any of them. I'm glad that Mr. Lundy is here, because the partnership between the Huntsville Housing Authority and the Councill High alumni is a landmark kind of thing, that the Housing Authority, in carrying out their vision, see a need to partner with this Alumni Association to preserve some of this rich, rich legacy. And I appreciate that.